He's only a few inches from Christian here. The training begins once his nostrils and eyes come up. And then from there, we'll see if he wants to train or if he's going to try and bite Christian today. So we'll see what ends up happening. Again, he is sneaking up. Nostrils are up. His eyes are up. Now Christian is going to ask him to come up with his mouth open. And once that happens, Christian is going to ask him to hold and reward him with some food. And just like that, that's pretty much what the training is. But we're going to step it up. Christian is going to get in the water with Crusher. And now the training gets a lot more dangerous. Now you guys might be wondering, how do you even train an alligator? Well, they have very good memory. And they use it against their prey items in the wild. In the wild, let's say a raccoon comes to drink water every day, same place, the alligator's going to memorize it and use that against them. He's going to be hiding right there. So here, all we have to do is do things over and over again and always reward him with some food so that he understands he's doing a good job. So just like that, Christian can ask him to hold. And if he brings his lower jaw underwater, we're going to ask him to come up a little bit higher so that he knows exactly what the training is like. We're going to ask him to hold. Now Christian is touching all around his face, including nostrils, eyes, sometimes his ear, and sometimes even his teeth. Let's say he gets something stuck in his ear, a rotten tooth we have to remove. We can ask this alligator to hold in place and remove it without being in any danger. So just like that, Christian is touching his teeth, reward him with some food. Now he understands he's doing a good job. Now every now and then, Crusher does try and bite us. It is completely normal. He is a wild alligator. He is not domesticated. It does not mean we can just touch his tongue. It does not mean we can touch wherever we want to. It is all up to him. And he sometimes tries to jump at us, grab our hands, try to jump at our shirts. But all we have to do is ignore those behaviors we don't want to see and only reward the ones we do want to see. Just like this, where we're asking him to come up, we ask him to hold, and now Christian is going to give his back to a predatory animal. Any other predatory animal will take advantage of that moment, but he understands he's doing a good job. What was that? Oh, they're clapping already. I think they're bored. Yeah. How about you put your head inside the alligator's head in the mouth?
No.
Do you guys want to see Christian put his head inside the alligator's mouth? Don't worry about him. He gets paid completely fine. $10 an hour. Alright, so he's going to call him over. Now, again, whenever he's behaving like this, underwater, he's being sneaky. That is not part of the training. That is Crusher trying to have a meal out of Christian.
That is scary!
Now, once he's ready, Christian is going to ask him to come up. But again, his nostrils and eyes have to come up. But again, he's being sneaky. He does not, there he is. How about I say, he does not understand we see him. So we're going to call him over. We're going to ask him to come up. And now Christian is going to put his head inside this alligator's mouth. All right, one. Oh. Crusher seems to want to move forward and jump before Christian can do it.
Look at the gator. Look.
Oh, he's excited. Okay, so
Come on, let's go.
we're going to have to ask him to come up one more time. If you're not recording, by the way, now's the time. Okay, we need a count. 3, 2, 1. Just kidding, guys. Last person that tried it, it did not go so well. All right, Andrew. But instead, I'm going to do some medical procedures here. Let's say we need a blood sample from this alligator. Anywhere else, you need to get on top of the alligator, force him down. Tape around his mouth. It's very stressful on the animal. Here, all we have to do is call him over, ask him to come up and hold, and I can get the blood sample from his tail. So, once Christian calls him all the way up, and he gives me the signal, I can pick up his tail and put pressure exactly where a needle would go. So as he holds in place, I can pick up that tail The needle usually goes in between the scales here. So I can put pressure exactly where that is for you guys on this side. This line right here, right under it, is where the needle would go. He's trying to turn around and look at me, but he is trying to focus on the training at the same time. I put the tail down. He gets rewarded with some food. He understands he's doing a good job. Let's take the training to the next level. Let's say something falls into the water, like a possum or a raccoon. It's going to start splashing around, and the alligator is going to want to turn around and grab that easy meal. So I'm going to get right behind him. As he asks him to hold, I'm going to splash. So he either turns around and tries to grab me, or he listens to Christian. Now what he's doing now, he's trying to corner Christian into any of the edges of the pool. You have to see his ears moving every now and then. They're right behind his eyes, and that's him being excited and thinking of doing something naughty. He holds right in place. Oh, Christian, I'm drowning. He holds in place. Give it up for Christian and Crusher, and their great training there. Now let's see what else we can do with Crusher here. We're going to try a spin. Fastest move an alligator can actually do is side to side in slow motion. It's what we get out of him today. All right, we're down to the last piece. And with the last piece, we like to be a little bit romantic here at Wild Florida. And we're going to have Christian Kiss Crusher. So we're going to ask him to come up. We're going to ask him to hold, and I promise you this will happen. So make sure you guys are taking photos. Again, don't feel bad for Christian. He's kissed way worse. He goes right in place. Now he goes in. Reward him with some food. Give it up for Christian and Crusher one more time, and their great training. Now that is all we have for the show. All I have for you guys is a question. If you're chased by an alligator, how do you run?
Zigzag.
I heard a whole bunch of people say zigzag. Whoever told you that does not like you, that's a trap. Okay? Alligators have eyes on top of the head and to the sides. That means they cannot see right in front of them. So when you run zigzag, you're running inside and outside of the vision of the alligator. You might as well lay down and do them a favor. Also, on top of that, they run about 9 miles an hour for about 5 seconds. They're not that fast. You can probably moonwalk away from an alligator and be completely fine. And if you're not that fast and you're running with somebody else, trip your friend, walk away, and you'll be fine. Other than that, thank you guys for coming to Wild Florida.
You told me zigzag. Yeah.